Live from CBS4, this is your News Now.
Now at 5, one of the busiest shopping days of the year is starting right now. What do you need to know when you go do some of that Black Friday shopping today? And Thanksgiving is over, which means it is time to get into the Christmas spirit. The local events going on this weekend that you can take part in. It's 5 o'clock right now. Welcome to CBS4 This Morning. I'm Cameron Riddle. Meteorologist Kristen McEnany joins us. It's just us here on this Black Friday. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Did you have a great Thanksgiving?
I did. I ate and I ate and I ate.
You did all the right things?
I did all right, and that is why I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
I
went for the looser fit myself for the same reasons.
Yeah, it's a little constricting.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So today's a day we're definitely all still trying to digest. Yes. I don't know if you've ever done any of the Black Friday shopping out and about. Gosh, it's changed a lot.
Yes.
But for those that are heading on out, it is a cold start out there. It is something I used to do with my sister every year. And then for the past few years, we've started doing things a little bit differently. But I remember those long lines. And if you're going to be standing in any of those lines this morning, just plan on some cold temperatures outside. We are in the 30s. We are dry, though. You're not going to have to worry about any rain or any kind of precipitation here locally. But we are watching a system that's well off to our west right now. It's bringing some snow showers to parts of Wyoming, into Colorado, and even parts of Nebraska right now as we head on into the end of the weekend. That is a system that's going to be moving our way, and we are looking for some local impacts here. We'll talk about that here a little bit later, but out the door now, we're at 35 degrees out at the Indy Airport. We're below freezing in several other locations. 30 is where we are in Lebanon. And on the roads, while we're dry, it's cold. It'll be breezy and quite chilly on into the afternoon, and then we'll take a closer look at that extended holiday weekend outlook. That rain snow chance in there as well. I'll have the timing here in a few minutes. Cameron.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Developing right now, Metro Police are working on a homicide case close to its East District headquarters. The call came in around 8:30 yesterday morning. It happened just north of Washington Street and Short Ridge Road. The body of an adult male was found in a courtyard. The name of that victim has not yet been released. Detectives are hoping surveillance cameras can help them in this case, where that crime scene is stretching over several hundred feet. This is the same apartment complex, Abbey Meadows, where federal agents and local detectives recently conducted a gun investigation. Neighbors tell us they believe the problem stems from drug dealing. This morning, stores across the country are preparing for one of the biggest shopping days of the year. That is because it is Black Friday, which means shoppers are looking to score some of the best deals of the year. CBS4's Hannah Folman joins us now live from the Hamilton Town Center ahead of the doors opening. There's people behind you, so the doors are opening now, Hannah.
Cameron, the doors just opened about 2 minutes ago, and things are already getting pretty crowded in here. There were over 100 people waiting in line just to get in this morning. You can see all these shoppers coming into JCPenney trying to score some big deals here this morning. And I've just been walking around the store earlier, and there are plenty of deals to definitely check out. Now, according to the National Retail Federation, holiday spending is expected to grow between 3 and 4% this year, with a total of more than $950 billion spent on gifts over the course of the season. A big chunk of that comes from today. Black Friday shoppers with all of those deals. Psychologists say Black Friday represents an adrenaline rush, so when shoppers race to grab limited deals, the brain's reward centers are activated, releasing that dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, and this can sometimes lead to overspending. That's why experts say it's always important you go into Black Friday with a plan in mind. Make sure you know who you're buying for, how much you intend to spend, and where you think you'll find that best possible price for the gift. The best way to think about it is to comparison shop. So don't just buy the first thing you see on the shelf. Now we're here in JCPenney. Doors opened at 5 here this morning. The rest of the stores at this mall open at 6. And I can tell you there are some good deals to look out for if you're planning to come out for some Black Friday shopping. We'll check back in with you guys later. For now, reporting live in Noblesville, Hannah Folman, CBS4 News.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Americans all across the country enjoyed familiar traditions this Thanksgiving. That includes the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which had a Hoosier flavor this year. The Fishers High School Marching Band had a special honor in the parade. They were proclaimed as the Santa Band. That's the band that plays right before Cher and then Santa himself. Our congratulations go out to all of the talented Hoosier musicians that took part. In Indianapolis, thousands had to run in Broad Ripple for the 21st annual Drumstick Dash. The annual race raised money for those experiencing homelessness in our community. This year's race far exceeded fundraising goals, raising over $1 million. Runners say it is a great way to help the community and have some fun with the family.
On a day like this, when everyone's coming together as family, you want to make sure you recognize some people don't have the advantages you have, so you want to support everyone in the community.
You know, I love the Drumstick Dash. It's great. It's good because you eat a lot on Thanksgiving, so it's very stagnant, and you got to move. It's like a balance thing, balance in life. It's good.
We're doing the Drumstick Dash. We're running for moving our feet so others can eat, as some would say.
The Drumstick Dash has grown into be one of the largest Thanksgiving runs in the country. Hoosiers came together to feed those going without this Thanksgiving. One effort continuing over half-century tradition. The Moselle Sanders Foundation hosted its annual Thanksgiving Day meal yesterday afternoon. Dozens of Hoosiers, including Governor Holcomb and Mayor Hogsett, joined in to serve more than 10,000 meals.
It is so necessary. No one should go without a good meal any day, but particularly on Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving, I hope that people will remember not just their bounty, but maybe those who are lonely, hungry, or in search of shelter. And these are the days that we have to express just how important they are.
Hoosiers also came together to feed those in need at the first ever Blazer 88 Foundation Thanksgiving meal. The Blazer Foundation helps veterans in our community, but open their doors to any Hoosier who's in need of a hot meal or even just a place to spend time with people this Thanksgiving.
Blazer 88 is a community, and that's what we want them to feel when they come here for Thanksgiving.
It really warms our heart, you know. That's what we're here to do, is to support our community, and we just love everybody coming out and partaking with us, and the thank yous and the appreciation for it, and you know, that's why we do it.
The Blazer 88 Foundation does offer help to veterans, from financial needs to help with disabilities. You can learn more about their work on their website. We've put a link to it on ours, CBS4Indy.com. Thanksgiving is meant to celebrate and express gratitude. It comes just days before Giving Tuesday, which encourages people to give back to their communities. And in that spirit, we hope that you'll join us for Pack the Pantries. It's our effort to feed hungry Hoosiers. We'll be raising money for Gleaners and Midwest food banks all day long, starting right here on CBS4 this morning. We'll hope you join us on Tuesday to make a difference in the lives of our neighbors. If you're looking to spend time outside this holiday weekend, well, there are plenty of things to do across central Indiana. Tonight, the lights will flip for the first time this year. That's for the 61st annual Circle of Lights on Monument Circle. Live shows begin at 6. It's capped off with the lighting of the tree around 6:50. Christmas at the Zoo starts this weekend. It includes lights, decor, new characters, and a meet and greet with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Carmel's Chris Kendall Market is in full swing. Some of the market's favorites are back as well, including the Centerpiece Skating Rink, the Glue Vine, and Boot Mugs. And Jingle Rails opens at the Idle George Museum this Saturday. You'll be able to see a model railroad display that goes through Indianapolis and the American West. And on Sunday, Winter Lights at Newfields begins. It includes new areas featuring the twinkling lights as well as special holiday drink offerings. A possible strike at Allison Transmission has been averted. The latest on the negotiations between the UAW and the company. Plus, riots broke out after a knife attack in Dublin, Ireland. We're breaking down what led to swarms of people taking to the streets.
And you may have the day off, but a lot heading out for some early morning Black Friday shopping, and it is cold. We have wind chills in the mid-20s. Bundle up. I'm tracking how much longer this cool stretch that we're getting into will last ahead in your forecast.
Back from the bye, Coach Steichen describes the energy inside the complex after a week off. Dio Adango on his journey to a breakout season. And Colts players give back for Thanksgiving this week on Colts 360.
Prepare for the holidays with great Black Friday deals at Menards. We have the perfect gifts for your family and friends, or to help finish your projects, both big and small. Now's the perfect time to hurry in and get these amazing stocking stuffers and other fantastic gifts. Menards Black Friday deals are so great that even Santa himself can't resist.
You know what's good? Servicing your vehicle at Tom Wood. Tom Wood service departments fix your vehicle right the first time. And at Tom Wood, you can win free gas. Register to win at tomwood.com.
It's all good at Tom Wood.
Blue Zone is the source to get the latest on your Indianapolis Colts. Our sports experts get you close to all the action and make sure you're ready before each kickoff. Watch Blue Zone on CBS4.
When I hit 80, I needed help around the home. A friend of mine told me to call Freedom Care, and they'll pay my granddaughter to take care of me.
Funded by Medicaid. If you live with your caregiver, they can get paid to take care of you weekly.
Life is sweeter with her around.
Nana gave me so much joy as a child. Now it's my turn to return the love.
Call now to find out benefits and pay and how fast you can get started.
It's very dark.
Yeah, she put the Goodwill box in the trunk. No telling how long we'll be in here.
Oh?
We might be in here for months.
Ooh. On the other hand, she might be driving us straight to the donation line.
Want me to keep track?
All right,
Here we go.
This is it.
When you donate to Goodwill, you help support our Excel Center, which helps adult learners earn high school diplomas. Goodwill.
You know, in my lifetime, I've been knocked around a few times. No matter how many times you get knocked down, hell, you got to get up off the turf. Back pain, knee pain, you name it, I had it. But when I walked into the Good Feet store and got fitted for arch support, I feel so much better. Very little pain in my back. I feel no pain in my knee. It is nothing like it. No matter who you are, whatever position you hold, in some way, we can help somebody. And that's what the Good Feet store does. They help you keep going with life.
Happening today, the Israeli military and Hamas militants are expected to start a ceasefire. That means 4 days of peace and a break from the near constant attacks that have lasted nearly 2 months in Gaza. Israel continued to launch airstrikes on the region yesterday. The negotiated ceasefire will lead to dozens of hostages being released from both sides. It'll also allow foreign aid to reach Gaza for the first time in weeks. Officials in Qatar have trucks ready to go as soon as that ceasefire officially starts. The hope is that the momentum from this deal will lead to an end to violence. Developing now in Ireland, riots broke out after a knife attack in Dublin. A 5-year-old girl, a woman, and 2 other young children were stabbed outside of a school. This happened yesterday morning. The 5-year-old is still hospitalized. The other victims have been released. Soon after the attack, dozens of people took to the streets and eventually clashed with police officers. Police say the crowd was driven by misinformation about the attack and urged the public to wait for the investigation to be complete. A man in his late 40s also is being treated for serious injuries. He was arrested by police who said they are not looking for any suspects. Back here in the U.S., residents of a small Kentucky town are returning home as CSX cleans up a chemical spill from a train derailment on Wednesday. 2 of the 16 cars that derailed carried molten sulfur, which caught fire. The fire released the potentially harmful gas called sulfur dioxide. CSX says its focus right now is to make sure that the area stays safe. CSX promised to pay the cost of anyone who needed to evacuate, including the cost of their Thanksgiving dinner. New information now. A strike has been averted at Allison Transmission. The UAW says a deal has been reached with the company. It comes after UAW members said that they were willing to walk off the job ahead of the negotiations for the new contract. The strike was never called as the negotiations continued. No details will be released, expected to be released, that is, until after the holiday weekend. The UAW is looking to expand its memberships to more companies. UAW President Shawn Fain negotiated a significant pay raise, improved benefits, and other concessions in talks with Ford, GM, and Stellantis. He says those new contracts will benefit his union workers and non-union workers as well.
We're calling that the UAW bump.
I mean, these companies could have given these people raises and all these things a year ago, 6 months ago. They didn't. Why did they do it? They did it because they see the momentum we created.
Fain says he's hoping to convince more plants to unionize. He says he's expecting a fight.
I believe the time's right in this country to organize those areas, and naturally, the company's going to come at us with everything they have. They spend billions of dollars on consulting groups to come in and discourage workers from wanting a union. Why do they do that? Because the companies know they want the workers not to understand the power they'll have if they join a union.
Fain declined to say which non-union companies the UAW would target first. He indicated that Tesla is high on his list. New this morning, the world's longest and tallest and fastest roller coaster is under construction at a Six Flags park being built in the Middle East. It's called Falcon's Flight. It twists and turns and scales mountains, plunges over cliffs, and climbs to breathtaking heights, 640 feet to be exact. No thank you. It does all of this at 156 miles per hour. The track is 13,000 feet long. This will be the centerpiece attraction at the new Six Flags located in Saudi Arabia.
Not
Chris,
a
is that your speed?
Yeah, you know what? I like to slow it down a little bit. I used to be a coaster fan, but the older I've gotten, I don't need to.
No, thank you.
Go up there. No,
I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
You know the train that takes you around Six Flags? That's my speed.
Well, so yeah. I'm all good for a good train ride, a little viewing. So yeah, that's my speed too.
Yeah.
Train ride for us. Go ahead and have fun on the coaster. You know what? People are going to have a wild time out there today for some Black Friday shopping. It is cold. You need to bundle up. We have temperatures that feel like we are in the 20s. And what's really going to get you? It's the wind. It is going to turn rather breezy as we head through today. Those gusts near 20, 25 miles per hour, and that'll cut that cold air right into you. So again, make sure that you have that coat as you're heading out this morning, and you're really going to want to keep it around as we head on into the afternoon too. This is the view out in Carmel, the Chris Kindle Market. It looks great, but yes, it is cold. We'll have ice skating out there this afternoon, and if you're planning to do that, again, prepare on some rather breezy conditions too. Like Guardian Radar though, quiet, no need to take any kind of rain gear with you today. That leaves your hands a little extra free to do some of that shopping. All right, as we head looking at the bigger picture, we have a cold front that's moved on through. So while we had a fantastic Thanksgiving forecast yesterday, sunshine, temperatures did climb into the mid-50s. We've had that cold front move on through. A wind shift out of the north and northeast is streaming in a cooler air mass, and it's going to stick around for a while. We're at 35 degrees in Indy, but we're at 32 in Peru and near freezing, 33 in Lafayette. You factor in the wind, those wind chill values, what it feels like outside, down in the mid-20s in many spots. We're at 25 with that in Lafayette and 26 in Indianapolis. But for your Black Friday shopping, we do stay dry. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds around, and temperatures, while they're starting similar to yesterday, they will not end the same. We'll only see highs in the low 40s, so we'll be running about 7 degrees below average for this time of year. Breezy winds, which now are sustained close to 15 miles an hour in some locations, will create wind chills that will only be in the mid-30s at the warmest part of the day today. Circle of lights tonight, the festivities starting at 5 o'clock. Temperatures at that point will be in the upper 30s, wind chills lower 30s. By the time we flip those lights on a little before 7, temperatures mid-30s, but it will be feeling like we are in the 20s. We're closely watching the system out to our west, bringing snow showers to parts of the Rockies, Colorado, Wyoming. That system is going to push its way east as we head into the coming days, and it's going to bring us the chance for a little wintry precip as we head into the end of the weekend. Other than that, mostly quiet around the country. It is that system we will be watching as we head through today into tomorrow and bringing us local impacts here as we get into Sunday morning. This is 7:30 a.m. We could even see a little bit of a light coating of snow off in our northern counties, looking more favorable for that. And then I am expecting anything that would accumulate to melt as temperatures would be climbing into the upper 30s, back above freezing as we head later into the afternoon. A cool stretch ahead though, 41 today, 42 with a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, and 39 with that light rain snow mix on Sunday. As we get into Monday and Tuesday, highs only in the 30s, but we're back near 50 by next Thursday. Now, here's sports.
Today brings this season's first 3 state football championship games at Lucas Oil Stadium. Our Adam Unger looks ahead at what's on tap in classes 1A, 3A, and 5A in downtown Indy.
Familiar feels like an understatement. In 1A, as Friday morning's state title game will feature Adams Central and Lutheran for the 3rd year in a row.
So often in the tournament you run into people that you're not familiar with, and it's comforting to some degree to have that knowledge base going into this.
As the Saints chase a three-peat, Bishop Chatard is looking for their 17th state title overall as Rob Doyle's seniors hope to leave their mark.
The senior class was very talented and they're confident, let's just say it that way. So we had to make sure they stay out of their own way in the year mentally, because again, they feel they can play with anybody.
Meanwhile, a youth movement propelled Decatur Central to the 5A title game as they pursue their first championship in program history.
We start 8 sophomores, and when you're a young team, you need those weeks against good competition to figure yourself out. Just a real testament to our kids and their growth mindset.
Friday's kickoffs are at 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 7 p.m. Reporting from Lucas Oil Stadium, I'm Adam Unger.
Thanks, Adam. Butler can't hang with top 20 FAU. The Owls outduel them in the ESPN Events Invitational 91-86. Gary, Indiana's own John L. Davis scores 15. FAU coach Dusty May, former student manager under Bob Knight, also a proud Eastern Green product himself. That's sports. Back to you.
All right, how about this? During halftime of the Washington Commanders and Dallas Cowboys game, Dolly Parton showed up at the halftime show for a little performance. As you can see, she is dressed as a Cowboys cheerleader. The singer performed her classic hits such as Jolene and 9 to 5. All right, how to climb the ladder of your career and land that perfect job? You've got the answers straight ahead. What to do in your 20s so that you're successful in your 30s. Plus, the FCC is looking to ban fees for those wanting to get rid of their cable and satellite service contracts. What you need to know about the proposed rule.
Transform your home with America's Floor Source, where style meets savings. Now for a limited time, take advantage of our exclusive 18 months interest-free financing and get your home ready for the holidays. At America's Floor Source, we make it easy to upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Visit us today for 18 months interest-free financing, and our experts will help you discover the perfect flooring solution for your home.
Just in time for the holidays, come get a great deal at Tom Roush Mazda. Try a 2023 CX-30 while they last, just $259 per month. Or the ever-popular 2024 CX-5 starting at just $379 per month. Or the sporty new 2024 CX-50 starting at $395 per month. And $7,500 lease cash on the CX-90 plug-in hybrid. So come get one of those great holiday deals at Tom Roush Mazda in Westfield.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on America's fastest growing cable news network, News Nation. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
America's Floor Source, from our showroom to your living room.
524 new this morning. The FCC wants to outlaw junk fees for those wanting to break their cable and satellite service contracts. The new rule would prohibit cable operators and direct broadcast satellite providers from charging customers for canceling their service contracts before their contracts expires. That would also require companies to provide a prorated credit or rebate for the rest of the billing cycle. The proposal aims to protect consumers and promote competition. A study by Indeed found that it takes an average of 8 jobs before you find the one that gives you ultimate job satisfaction, and that most people won't find their perfect match until they're 45. But there are some things you can do in your 20s that'll set you up for success in your 30s. CBS4's Sierra Hignite has the details.
When it comes to your career, what do you wish you knew in your 20s?
I'd say that to become a subject matter expert in your 20s.
Try it out. If it's something that you decide, I don't really like this after all, it's okay. You can always change your career path.
Follow your passion.
But one that will pay for your dreams.
Experts say the first decade out of school can be career-making or breaking.
Using some really strong work ethic in the beginning can help get you a seat at the table.
First off, learn everything you can and build foundational life skills such as learning to deal with stress, anxiety, and uncertainty, and learn how to ask for what you want.
You have to be willing to go in there and ask questions.
Next, discover your passions. Your 20s is a time to discover who you are and what you care about. Also, be flexible. What you thought you wanted may not be what you're actually good at.
People will think they want to go down a specific path, and then once they get out into the real world, they find out that there are different passions that they have, different things that they're really good at.
Cultivate marketable skills that will move your career forward, such as communication, problem solving, and persistence. Always network. Strategic networking is a key driver behind increased salaries and career advancement.
It's about getting out there, getting experience in different roles and positions, maybe in different industries and markets, and seeing what actually speaks to you.
Reporting, I'm Sierra Hignite.
All right, Sierra, thank you. The average person will change jobs 12 times in their lifetime. The average employee stays with their job for just over 4 years. And the main reason people change jobs? More money. During a job interview, you should always make a great first impression. Coming up, we have the tips on when you can use them in your job interview. And with today being Black Friday, you may want to be careful when it comes to shopping. Hear from experts on how you can stay safe and avoid scams. Krista.
And while it's, yes, a quiet and cold start out there this morning, I'm tracking a system that's sitting out west. It'll bring us the chance for a little rain and snow as we head into the end of the holiday weekend. The timing in your forecast.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
The Suburban Indy Holiday Show returns to Grand Park in Westfield on Thanksgiving weekend, November 24th through 26th.
Gather your friends for a day of fun, shopping, great bargains, and unique gifts.
Get discount tickets for only $5 at suburbanindyshows.com.
Before you can be home for the holidays, you have to get home for the holidays.
Prepare for the holidays with great Black Friday deals at Menards. We have the perfect gifts for your family and friends, or to help finish your projects, both big and small. Now's the perfect time to hurry in and get these amazing stocking stuffers and other fantastic gifts. Menards Black Friday deals are so great that even Santa himself can't resist.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
It's very dark. Yeah, she put the Goodwill box in the trunk. No telling how long we'll be in here.
Oh? We might be in here for months.
Ooh. On the other hand, she might be driving us straight to the donation line.
Want me to keep track?
All right,
Here we go.
This is it.
When you donate to Goodwill, you help support our Excel Center, which helps adult learners earn high school diplomas. Goodwill.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
Live from CBS4, this is your News Now.
A day of giving thanks begins with violence. We're breaking down multiple shootings from across the city, including a homicide in an apartment complex, and why neighbors say they are not surprised. And 3 fires in 4 months connected to the same arson suspect. How authorities were finally able to catch him in the act, and the other scenes he's being linked to. CBS4 is your home for the Colts. The Colts return to Lucas Oil Stadium following a bye week, and they're looking to add another win to their column against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The team earlier this week announcing that Anthony Richardson is returning to the team following shoulder surgery. And on the defensive side of the ball, the Colts, of course, released 3-time Pro Bowler Shaq Leonard. The game kicks off at 1 p.m. on Saturday right here on CBS4. Here's what we think is going to happen. Everybody's going with the Colts. And I'm hoping that for once I win this competition.
I thought you have one already. Have you not? Or was it close?
It was close. Okay. And another one on a technicality. A couple of times I've had the correct score, but the wrong team.
Oh.
And I'm also cheated on, I feel cheated on the Saints game.
Oh.
So we should have won that one.
Yeah, No, I
You've won a couple times, though.
I have won a couple. My most proud is the one I won when they were playing the Browns. So it means I beat Justin when he was here. So
which was a big deal.
I'm proud of that one as well. And that's when the Colts, that should have been their win in general. But it was my win here.
I would like to win at least
in
once.
Studio.
Just
all
once.
Right. Well, maybe this will be your week. You've got a high-scoring score in there.
Maybe.
So,
we'll see.
Well, we're all rooting for the Colts to win this week. That's what's important. And then maybe it'll be your week, but I'm working against you too.
Okay.
There we are. So I'm hoping to win as well. Out there this morning, it is cold to start you off for Black Friday. If you're about to go shopping, make sure that you have the coat with you this morning. It is a cold one out there. We're at 32 degrees in several locations, right around freezing. Satellite radar quiet though. No need to take any sort of rain gear with you today. It's going to be another dry day, just a cold one. We are watching the system that's bringing snow showers to parts of Colorado and to Nebraska and to Wyoming. It is this same system that will slide east as we head into the coming days, and it's going to bring us some wintry precipitation as we head into the end of the long holiday weekend. But quiet out there now. We're at 35 degrees out at the Indy Airport. We're at 32, Tipton, Anderson, Newcastle. Below that, 31 in Lebanon and Crawfordsville. And on top of that, there's a wind chill factor in there. It feels like it's in the mid-20s in many spots. Dry and cold to start you off as you're hitting the roads this morning on into the afternoon. Breezy, still cold. We'll have high temperatures in the lower 40s. The timeline on when we'll see that chance for some wintry precip ahead in your full forecast. Cameron?
All right, Krista, thank you. IMPD detectives began their Thanksgiving investigating a homicide on the east side. This one very close to IMPD's East District headquarters. CBS4's Steve Brown joins us now this morning with the details. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, Cameron. IMPD is not confirming, but neighbors are telling CBS4 they believe the trouble in their neighborhood stems from drug sales. The police call around 8:30 on Thanksgiving morning was for the discovery of a male body in the 200 block of North Shortridge. It's almost a stone's throw from the IMPD East District headquarters. The name of the victim has not been released yet. The Abbey Meadows apartment complex is the same location where federal agents and local detectives recently conducted a gun investigation.
Violent, very rough. But a lot of them run through here, and they walk through here. A lot of people walk through here. White and black folks walk through here. They selling dope and can on.
All right.
And they packing guns. They ain't bought up. It feel like if you start changing them or something like that, they get upset and they won't get violent.
CBS4 has been told the crime scene was spread out over several hundred feet and involves multiple courtyards at the apartment complex. IMPD detectives are hoping surveillance cameras can help piece this investigation together. Steve Brown, CBS4 News.
All right, Steve, thank you. IMPD is asking for your help to find a shooting suspect. Tyrell Montgomery is considered armed and dangerous. He's accused of shooting on Talbot Street yesterday morning. That's near Pennsylvania and St. Clair. The victim is in the hospital and in critical condition. Again, take a look. This is another look at Montgomery. Police say if you see him, do not get near him. Call 911 immediately. Developing now, Metro Police have made an arrest in an early morning shooting from yesterday. Police say Emmanuel Griffin shot another victim on Walnut Meadow Drive. He's arrested for domestic battery and criminal recklessness. Finally, in Lawrence, police are investigating a deadly shooting. 27-year-old Michaela Lockhart was killed. Police received reports of a person shot on Normal Ave in Lawrence. The victim was pronounced dead on the scene. Police say a fight outside of Lockhart's house led to the shooting. They are not sure if she knew the shooter. Right now, there is no suspect in custody. A man is facing arson charges accused of intentionally setting a building on fire and then watching it from a distance, and this is not his first time doing it. Marquise Williams was arrested Tuesday morning after witnesses say he started a fire in an apartment complex laundry room. It turns out this has been the fourth time he's been accused of setting illegal fires. Neighbors say Williams is known to sleep in the laundry room and was spotted watching the building burn from across the street after that fire started. Court documents say detectives confiscated 4 lighters, matches, a metal glass break, and a bracket from him.
He actually had the key to the fire extinguisher. So really, he was more or less sent back and wanted to see that the fire kick up and actually see us, the whole apartment complex catch on fire.
2 neighbors were able to extinguish the fire with water before it spread. Williams has been charged with setting fire to a pile of wood in front of a gas station back in July. Just 1 month after that, he was then arrested for setting fire to a liquor store. And according to the most recent court documents, he again watched it from across the street just like he did in this most recent incident. New information now. State police confirmed that 2 people were killed when a small plane crashed in a field in Shelby County. The crash happened on the outskirts of Fairland, not far from I-74. The FAA and state police are investigating the crash. Troopers say a small single-engine plane crashed in that cornfield. CBS4 confirms it is registered to someone from North Carolina. A baker from southern Indiana has a shot at being the best in the country. Tammy Bodella runs a bake shop in Jasper. She's entering a national contest called The Greatest Baker, organized by celebrity baker Buddy Valastro. Bodella has run several restaurants in the area, and she's also been faced with her own fair share of hardship between the pandemic and a cancer diagnosis. Though, through it all, she has earned the reputation for making the sweetest creations.
Whenever they tell me, your cakes are the most moist that we have ever ate and the best tasting, well, it warms my heart and it makes me feel so good. To know that I'm a creative person, to be able to share that creativity with the people, it's an outlet for myself, and it's something that makes others happy.
The competition starts on Monday. Voting is all done online. If Tammy wins, she gets $10,000 and a feature story in a baking magazine. Good luck. CBS4 is looking for the most remarkable woman in Central Indiana. The winner receives $1,000 for a charity of her choice and a trip to Los Angeles. Go to CBS4Indy.com/contest and click on the Remarkable Woman story for more information. You have until November 30th to nominate someone. Well, you only get one shot at a first impression, so you should make it a good one, especially in the presence of a potential employer. But what shouldn't you do in a job interview? We'll have the answer coming up. Plus, could you be vitamin deficient? Coming up, what you can eat and how to stay healthy.
And as you're heading out this morning, you're going to need that heavier coat. We have wind chills that are down into the mid-20s across much of central Indiana. A cooler stretch is getting underway. I'll let you know when we could see some rain, snow, and when we'll warm back up ahead in your forecast.
The Traffic Authority, powered by Tom Wood Automotive.
Welcome to a land of fast cars and slow cookers, where cold beer and warm smiles can be found on every corner. Here, high tech meets tall corn, and we choose to celebrate our true colors, red, white, and blue. This is home, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
Get out of your seats, Wings fans, for Donato's $1 wing deal. Now get 10 traditional wings, dry rubbed or sauced for just $1 a wing when you order any large pizza. Use promo code 1. Order now at Donatos.com.
I remember the moment I got the news. The instant stress filled my body. But I'm no different than anybody who sits in these seats. We all remember the moment when the decision was made to start treatment here at Riverview Health. This was the only choice. This is what they do. They know me. They support me. And now they're giving me a new chance at life.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Are you or a loved one recovering from an accident? Don't be fooled by strangers who call you or come to your home promising you quick money or an easy settlement. Watch out. These strangers are scammers and they could destroy your case. They're only interested in putting money in their pocket, not yours. If these strangers try to contact you, don't talk to them. Call Ken Nunn right away. He'll look out for you and protect you.
Over $1 billion collected for our clients. Injured, wrongful death? Call 1-800-CALL-KEN.
Get out of your seats, Wings fans, for Donato's $1 wing deal. Now get 10 traditional wings, dry rubbed or sauced for just $1 a wing when you order any large pizza. Use promo code 1. Order now at Donatos.com.
A CBS4 consumer alert now. Federal officials are warning about more scams around this holiday this year. The Better Business Bureau says artificial intelligence is helping scammers with their phishing attacks. Cyber experts recommend pausing before paying for anything online and buy from reputable merchants. Watch for unexpected emails or phone calls from financial institutions and monitor your financial statements and credit cards for suspicious activity. The Better Business Bureau is keeping track of new holiday scams for the holiday. And it looks like an online secret Santa pull, but it's really a pyramid scheme, and it could put your info into the hands of hackers. The scam starts with a social media post or an invitation through email to sign up for a mass secret Santa game. You're sending money to get wine or small gifts that promise that you'll get dozens of gifts in return. But by the time the packages reach your Christmas tree, the scammers have already got you because they have your address to track you. Some variants ask you to keep signing up more people for the game, and that qualifies as a pyramid scheme. And it can not only get you sued, but fined or even thrown in jail. If you get one of those invitations, ignore it and report it to whatever platform you find it on. Well, if you're looking for a job, 8 out of 10 Americans ages 18 to 29 apply for jobs online every day, but only about 2% of those who apply actually get selected for that job interview. It's important to know what to do during that job interview, but it's also just as important to know what not to do. CBS4's Sierra Hignite has the details.
A first impression is made in 7 seconds, so make it the best 7 seconds ever, especially in a job interview.
So task-oriented, not a workhorse.
Number 1, stay away from your weaknesses.
Do you have any experience?
No, sir, I have no experience, but I'm a big fan of money.
Next, never say anything negative about your previous job, even if you had a bad experience at your last job. Focus on the experience you gained and what you would do going forward.
I have fast food experience. Yeah, like 20 years ago.
Never have over-prepared answers or cliches. While it's good to research questions you may be asked, don't rehearse your answers. They should be honest and genuine, or the interviewer will think that you aren't original.
What are your skills, girls? Oh, we can dance.
Number 4, never say, "I'll do anything." This will make the interviewer think that you're not invested in the role that you're interviewing for. Lastly, never say you don't have any questions to the interviewer. This implies that you aren't that interested in the job. Take some time and explore what the company has to offer before stepping into the interview.
Thank you for your time.
Actually, sir, I really need this job to impress a girl.
Will you leave now, please?
With what not to do in a job interview, I'm Sierra Hignite reporting.
Well, another thing you shouldn't say is, "It's on my resume." The interviewers are aware of what is on your resume. That's why they read it, but they would like you to elaborate to gauge your communication skills. You know, one thing that I'm happy that employers are now doing a little better job of is talking about the money up front.
Yeah, that is helpful, because then you go through this whole process, you know, if they haven't already done that, to, you know, decide at the end really, you know, a big part of what it's going to come down to. Yeah, just talk about that up front.
You need a job, I need money, what you paying?
Right, exactly. Is this going to work? Should we bother going through this process? Yeah, I like that change too. It seems simple. We should have been doing that the whole time.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, right.
You know, else is simple is weather on a good day like today.
Well, you know, it's a kind of a medium day. It's not going to be a terrible day, so I wouldn't say it's going to be good either. It's going to be cold and windy, below average temperatures, but it certainly could be a lot worse. We aren't going to be seeing any sort of precipitation out there. So overall, what you need to make your day easy is that heavier coat as you're heading on out, and you're going to want to keep it with you on into the afternoon, and that'll get you all set for weather today. Lawrence, we're at 34 degrees. The skate rink opens on Saturday. Live Guardian radar quiet, no rain gear needed. Again, just that heavier coat. Go ahead and throw in those sunglasses too, though, because we'll have that mix of sun and clouds. A cold front has passed through the state, so while we had temperatures go above average yesterday, spectacular for Thanksgiving, we're going to have a cooler day with a cooler airflow in place for today, and this cooler airflow will continue on as we head not just through the weekend, but on into next week too. We're at 34 degrees on breezy winds out of the northeast at 14 miles per hour in Indy. We're at freezing 32 in Peru and 33 in Lafayette, with wind chill values down into the mid-20s. So this is what it feels like outside, feeling like 26 in Indy, feels like 23 in Kokomo. But for Black Friday shoppers, again, really what you need is the coat because it is chilly out there. And even though air temperatures this afternoon will be rising into the lower 40s, these breezy winds that will be gusting near 20 miles per hour will keep wind chills at the warmest part of the day only as high as the mid-30s. So a chilly one out there. If you'll be out for any of the events going on tonight, maybe Christmas at the zoo or Circle of Lights, a big one tonight. Festivities for that start at 5 p.m. They'll flip on those lights shortly before 7 o'clock. We'll see air temperatures falling from the upper 30s to the mid-30s, but by the time those lights go on tonight, expect it to feel like it is in the mid-20s with those wind chills. We are closely watching this system that's providing quite a bit of snowfall to areas over the Rockies, into Colorado and Wyoming, Nebraska, even into Kansas. We have winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories in place, and it's that system that is looking to bring us some local impacts with some wintry weather as we head into the late part of the weekend here. So as we head through Saturday, we're still quiet, a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow too. That system will be sweeping across the country, and it'll arrive here early Sunday morning. We're talking right around daybreak, 7:30 a.m. I do think we'll see some scattered light snow showers, a bit of a wintry mix, and then rain areas south. More favorable to see a light, emphasize a light accumulation off in the northern half of the state. So north of I-70, we could see some light accumulations very early Sunday morning, but temperatures rising into the upper 30s should melt anything that does settle on the surface. I have 41 today, 42 on Saturday, and 39 with that rain snow mix on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday we'll have a hard time getting out of the 30s. I think most of us don't, but by the time we get towards Thursday next week, we'll see temperatures right around 50. Cameron?
All right, Krista, I'm looking forward to that snow. For your health, research shows as many as 92% of the population suffers from at least one vitamin deficient or mineral deficiency. So what can you do to make sure that you're getting enough nutrients? CBS4's Nick McGill tells us about some common deficiencies.
Irregular heartbeats, bone pain, severe hair loss, brittle nails, burning sensation in your feet. No, you're not dying. You might just be vitamin deficient, and changing your diet could help.
I'm a medical doctor and I prescribe medicine, but I always like to take the natural approach whenever possible, and food is medicine.
A new study published in JAMA found 40% of young women are iron deficient. Iron is mostly found in meat, dark leafy greens, beans, and dark chocolate. Researchers estimate that more than 50% of the general population is vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D plays an important role in strengthening bones and muscles and protecting against disease. Exposure to sunlight is one way to get vitamin D. Foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, liver, and mushrooms also contain the vitamin. Additionally, dairy products like milk are often fortified with vitamin D. Another common deficiency is folic acid. Dietary guidelines suggest that every woman should take 400 milligrams of folic acid daily. Lastly, vitamin B12 deficiencies are common, especially among people who are vegans. This important vitamin is required for the formation of red blood cells, and it's found in meat, fish, milk, and poultry.
Well, if you do go the supplement route, there are ways to enhance the absorption rate. One way to do that is to take fat-soluble supplements and vitamins like A, D, E, and K with a high-fat meal. One study shows that taking vitamin D with a high-fat meal increases absorption by 32%. That's an increase with more of a fat-free meal. Researchers in Massachusetts have developed a non-invasive prenatal genetic test that could be used to identify a baby's gender as well as Down syndrome or other fetal abnormalities. Unlike using amniotic fluid, the newly developed test would only require that a mother's blood be used to test for health issues. A long-term national study published in the Journal of Science finds that coal power pollution has led to 460,000 deaths in the United States between 1999 and 2020. Among people over the age of 65, coal power has been on the decline nationwide. Researchers found that environmental regulations have prevented more deaths over the years. A new study published in the Lancet Digital Health finds that drones deliver life-saving equipment to patients with suspected cardiac arrest faster than ambulances. Researchers in Sweden have been testing the theory since 2020 and found that drones equipped with automated external defibrillators were on site about 3 minutes faster than an ambulance, and that could be used throughout the day or night. Well, if you're taking any leftovers home from Thanksgiving, you need to know what you can take on a plane. Items allowed in your carry-on include baby food and formula, cereal, bread, and candy. And as always, if liquids are in your carry-on, then they need to be less than 3.4 ounces. But for Thanksgiving gravy, which contains a liquid, you'll need to get creative.
So basically, if you can pour it, spill it, smear it, spread it, that has to be in one 1-quart bag. Each person can have one of those. The liquids must be 3.4 ounces or smaller. So one tip with gravy, if you do want to bring grandma's gravy with you, if you make sure it's completely frozen solid before you get to the checkpoint and it remains frozen through the checkpoint, that can go through.
All right, the gravy was really random, but I'm glad we got the answer. It needs to be frozen. All right. Alcohol is allowed as long as it is less than 140 proof, which even if an item is generally permitted, it might be subjected to additional screening. Well, if you subscribe to Paramount Plus, you may have noticed a change to what you're watching. For that reason, Paramount is shortening its movie selections.
Prepare for the holidays with great Black Friday deals at Menards. We have the perfect gifts for your family and friends, or to help finish your projects, both big and small. Now's the perfect time to hurry in and get these amazing stocking stuffers and other fantastic gifts. Menards Black Friday deals are so great that even Santa himself can't resist.
You know what's good at Tom Wood? You can buy your pre-owned vehicle with confidence with Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage and register to win free gas for a month at tomwood.com.
It's all good at Tom Wood.
At 1-800-GOT-JUNK, we'll remove any size mattress, just $59. All you have to do is point. Have a box spring too? We'll take both for just $99. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Black Friday sale at Family Leisure. Great deals on pool tables and shuffleboards, arcades and game tables, theater seating and massage chairs. Spas and swim spas are priced to move. Swimming pools, buy now and save big. Black Friday sale going on now at Family Leisure.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem.
Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Indiana Foundation Service, we'll do a complete home inspection for free, so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
Hi, I'm Michael Needler, and Needler's Knows Tailgating. One of my favorite things about tailgating is preparing all this great food. We've got Chief Smokehouse brats, fantastic Angus steaks, prime beef sliders. We've got everything covered for a fantastic tailgate. At Needler's, you'll be delighted.
All right, welcome back. Time for what's trending. If you are a Paramount Plus subscriber, well, you may have noticed that your movie menu is getting shorter. It is not your imagination. A new survey by Real Good concludes that Paramount Plus now offers about 830 selections. That's barely 1/3 as many as it used to have. Customers don't seem to mind, though. Paramount Plus says it added 3 million new subscribers over the summer, and it is up to $63 million.
That's a big cut, though.
That is a big cut.
Okay.
No cut to the bill, though.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it a little low in price? Doesn't sound like it.
Of course not. Canada has gone hog wild and is warning the U.S. that feral pigs may be making their way to the northern border. One university in North Dakota that is studying the threat describes the animals as the most invasive on the planet, with an ecological train wreck. Texas spends millions each year dealing with the problem. Experts say trapping them is the best way to get rid of the animals. Anyone who sees them should call local law enforcement or the United States Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services. I didn't know that was an issue.
I didn't know that was an issue, and they're quick. Those are some fit pigs. They have a lot of endurance, apparently.
They do. The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know.
And it's an issue at the southern border and the northern border.
Oh.
So,
We're closing in.
The more you know. And I tried to read that with a very dramatic.
Yeah, I felt it.
This is serious. It's a big problem. An inquisitive hawk was filmed staring into a traffic camera along I-94 in Minneapolis. Take a look at this. Minnesota's Department of Transportation posted this video with a caption, "Talk about a bird's eye view." The bird was identified as a red-tailed hawk by the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources.
It almost looks green screened on there.
It does.
How neat.
Has it ever popped up behind your traffic cameras?
Nope, I haven't seen one yet. I would love that. It would probably startle me, but
Probably.
Yeah, hey, you are invited, Mr. Hawk.
There is still much more ahead here at 6. You can only get one chance to leave a first impression. So, you really should make it a good one when it comes to a job interview. The tips you could use during an interview. Plus, the FCC is looking to ban fees for those wanting to get rid of the cable and satellite service contracts. What you need to know about the proposed rule.
And as you're heading out, bundle up. It is cold. Wind chills are down into the mid-20s across much of central Indiana. A cooler pattern is getting underway, and I'm tracking some wintry weather that could impact us this weekend. The details ahead at 6.